What do you remember from last year's game?
Oh, they're just a crazy atmosphere. A lot of guys just running to the ball. Like I said, they're really tough and just really know their technique and just playing fast.
How different are they without Terrell Pryor?
I don't know. I haven't played them without Terrell Pryor.
But do you see, I guess, a film? Have you looked at them at all yet, or watched their games?
They're still a well-coached team. You know, the coaches are still there, still great guys. Got a lot of talent. When one leaves, another one comes in. They have great athletes, so expect them high.
What do you remember about the receivers in the passing game?
They were really technically sound. They had Posey. They had multiple threats. He could do a lot of things. A couple other guys that are really good, and I'm sure they're coaching them along if they're not playing in the game.
What does it mean to this defense to get guys like Marcus and Sean back and Adewale from a leadership perspective?
We're just getting stronger as the season goes on. It's a game two. We're just going to build up our strength even more from game one. Unfortunately, we lost in game one, and we need to get out there and get a win.
I know you're on the defensive side of the ball, but just talk about, Ja'Cory, senior quarterback, being back on the offensive side of the ball, that presence being there for the team.
It's going to be great for the team, like you said. Whoever ends up starting is going, like I said, they're going to help out one another. They're just going to teach them along, and if Morris is in the game, then 12 is going to take notes and see what the defense, let them know what the defense is doing, and 12 goes in. Morris could get that senior presence, see how to, lead the team and just take that maturity level to the next level.
Well, is it a relief being back home, or do you not even look at that?
Oh, it's always good to play at home. It's going to be a nice atmosphere. Just get back out there, it's life, and play football.
Vaughn, as a whole, how do you think the secondary played against Maryland? Do you see room for improvement?
There's always room for improvement. Every position, there's nowhere where we did absolutely great. I think we have a lot of guys that are just going to improve, and we have a lot of guys that are coming out there for the first time, and they're ready to get out there again and just keep on working.
Was there any concern with the way you guys played? I mean, were you comfortable at that level, or do you feel like you guys had to play better this week compared to last week?
Like I said, this improving is always a plus for us. We always need to improve, and we're always looking for ways to improve.
You had a lot of young guys that hadn't played a whole lot in here anyway. Mike Williams, Brandon McGee, Lee Chambers, guys that hadn't played that cornerback spot.
Finney.
Do you think Finney, was their confidence shaken at all by that first game? I mean, or how do you feel that their attitude's going to be going into this one?
It's a tough group, man. They're really out there to get better as the game goes. If you see, I was watching the game last night, Sam Shields, and it was his first time when he played with us, and they just had that want to about them, that they want to get out there and want to do better, and they know they can, and they know that the coaches believe in them, and they know that that they need to help out the team.
Talk about your interception. It was a pretty spectacular catch there in the back of the end zone.
It was cool, and it was good to try to change the game, and they're going in there for the second score, so it's a good change of events, and look forward to getting more.
After watching the film, do you feel like that was one of your better games here that you've had?
I felt like, that was a good game. Like I said, always room for improvement. Trying to get more tackles, more pass deflections, executing more, keep them out of the red zone. All those things, just leading more, everything. Just trying to find improvement, but it was a good game.
Were you guys caught off guard when they came out, a little hurry up a little bit to start the game? Did that kind of catch you guys off guard? Was that something you hadn't seen on film? Or?
It was just like, it was a different pace really with the hurry up, but it wasn't nothing that was off guard. Just had a different defense out there, and once we get adjusted, we start making plays.
Vaughn, you're the only returning guy anyway from the secondary right now with Ray out. I know JoJo obviously played some in the past, but as far as the guys that were starters and regulars in the lineup last year, you were the only one. Do you find yourself trying to, be more of a leader out there, more vocal at all, or how do you think your role has changed?
It's just like, coming out there and actually understanding the game speed, actually understanding what's going on at certain times. It just feels good to just get out there and play fast.
Did you talk at all with the guys afterward? Have you sort of taken that leadership approach where you're the one leading the room at all, in the film room and everything with the defensive backs?
I mean, it's always room. We got Joe out there. He's a senior. We got Ray that always still gonna be right there vocal, and like myself. And we just as individuals, we need to get better, and as a team and as a unit, we need to get better. So we need to look at each other and what we do, and try to find our weaknesses and add to it, and try to build them up so we'll have a balanced unit.
Has Joe stepped his game up at all?
Yeah.
Seems like a different guy this year.
Yeah, Joe has really stepped it up, and he just, like I said, he can play any position in that back unit, and that's going to be really helpful for us. And I think he's just going to be a fodder guy all season.
I don't know if I saw correctly because we only got to see the end of practice, but when you guys were in a team meeting the other day, it seemed like Joe was the one leading the conversation. Does he do that a lot? Is he sort of a guy who talks a lot after practice? And what are some of the things he tells you?
Yeah, Joe's a great leader. When it's time for somebody to step up and speak, he'll be willing to speak. A lot of guys are willing to speak, and it's just telling us we need to get things right. We need to go ahead and focus. Can't get knocked down off of one game. Keep on playing. Like I said, when you've been out there a couple times, you kind of understand what you have to do to get back on track, and you can't fall into that category where you just trying to lax it off and